Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of May. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with the decision by the State Board of Education to withdraw temporarily the proposed standards for accrediting school districts throughout the state. The proposed standards, known as MSBA, have generated a lot of controversy among school board members and educators throughout the state, so much so that the Education Roundtable, made up of the major statewide education associations, including MSBA, sent a letter to Commissioner of Education Chris Nicastro asking that the proposed standards be withdrawn, following their approval by the State Board for publication in March. Commissioner Nicastro tells MSBA she decided to recommend withdrawal of the standards to allow for more stakeholder input.
You know, as we've gone through this process over the last many months, we've had lots of opportunities for people to weigh in on MSBA, and we certainly have heard from a lot of them. Just since January, for example, we've gotten close to 500 comments from the field. Having said that, it's become pretty evident to all of us, I think, that we need more time. That we need to make sure that we're reaching out to all of our stakeholders and that everyone who is interested, and hopefully that's our whole state, will have an opportunity to weigh in.
Nicastro says an advisory committee with representatives from each of the roundtable organizations and other stakeholders will convene in the near future and will be charged with making recommendations on the MSBA standards by August 1st. The State Board then is expected to vote on the new standards at its August meeting. She says the new standards will be part of the vision of making Missouri a top 10 state in education by the year 2020.
The big picture for us is really that Missouri needs to be in the top 10 of all states by the year 2020. That's our overarching goal. That's the vision that we believe every Missourian can get behind. MSBA is simply one piece of that effort. It's the first and perhaps the most specific of the initiatives and strategies that we'll be using to get our state to those top performing states. So 10 by 20 is the big picture, and we're hoping that everyone will jump on board with that.
The proposed MSBA standards were the major topic during the MSBA spring regional meetings this year. DESE is continuing to receive comments on the proposed standards. We urge you to submit any comments and suggestions you may have. You can do that by visiting the website address on your screen. And you can watch the entire interview with Commissioner Nicastro by visiting MSBA's Facebook page at www.facebook.com/MSBAnet. MSBA's Leadership Summit is coming up June 3rd and 4th in Columbia. During that event, the Delegate Assembly will be electing statewide officers for the coming year. You can watch interviews with the state officer candidates now posted on the MSBA website. If you're interested in learning about the latest research on bullying and other school safety topics, you'll want to attend the 2011 Missouri Safe Schools and Colleges Conference set for July 7th and 8th at the Lake of the Ozarks. One of the keynote speakers at the conference will be Dr. Marlene Snyder, the director of a bullying prevention program at Clemson University and a nationally recognized expert on the topic. Another session will feature a briefing on internet safety issues from FBI officials. Visit the MSBA website for registration information. The event is produced by MSBA in cooperation with the Missouri Department of Public Safety and several other agencies. And don't forget the dates for the MSBA annual conference in cooperation with MASA have changed this year. The annual conference will be held September 29th through October 2nd at the Lake of the Ozarks. Registration for the annual conference opens on June 6th. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.